are watching Studio 10. Now the kids are using technology younger and younger. One of the concerns is that the art of handwriting is suffering. While kids can operate smartphones and tablets from as early as 2 years old, at school they are struggling to use a pencil or a pen. Now our next guest could have the solution. Please welcome to Studio 10, Paul Collins. Hi, Paul.
Hi.
Actually, you know, with my daughters, I think they're 4 and 7, they're far more apt at using my iPhone or an iPad as they are with a pen and pencil.
Well, that's right. Kids are motivated by the technology. They get drawn towards it. They enjoy it. It's motivating to them, and therefore it's good to use it in education.
Is handwriting going to become extinct? Like people, and it sounds flippant, but people have said, well, handwriting may just be a thing of the past.
And can I just, before you answer that, extend that? Do we actually need handwriting? Will we need handwriting in the future? Is there any reason to actually maintain it?
Absolutely. I mean, handwriting is part of learning. It's part of learning to write and read. To best of my knowledge, most of the tests that the kids do in NAPLAN, for example, are handwritten tests.
But, I mean, there could come a time where they can do them on computers.
True, but I'm not sure there'd be an acceptable time when we write a birthday card to our grandma and it's typed.
Although back in the day you used to use, you know, the stone and the chisel to...
Well, that's right. There's the evolution of technology. We went from stone and chisel to the quill, to pencils, to pens... and we'll still make a pen. And the big.
And we've got a big fancy big screen here. So tell us how your app works.
So primarily the app was designed to teach kids both pre-writing skills and to write letters, numbers and words. When I first started looking at apps, my little 3-year-old, for my 3-year-old, I started to look at apps that were available, and they were all pretty much American. A is for aardvarks. We don't have any aardvarks in Australia. And as a teacher, I thought, well, we need to create an app in Australia that's for Australian kids. They need to learn to write the New South Wales font correctly, or the South Australian or Queensland, there's 6 or 7 in Australia. So I designed the app to really provide them with the right fonts to learn that they're learning in school.
And can you do something?
Yeah, sure. So look, a basic letter. So there we've got a letter A. They can have a look at what the picture is. It's an apple. And what they do is just basically do the A.
And it's good to have that arrow there because it can be difficult for some kids to work out what direction to do the letters.
There's 3 different styles there. So there's the style with the arrows, there's also the style with just the dots,
tracing
and
over.
Styles with just the full letter B. There's also a learn button where the kids can tap on learn and it shows them how to do the style. Now, the thing about the technology is that really kids can work at their own pace on this. So if I do a B and I get a star up there, I get a half star.
Oh, hang on, you went out of the lines.
I did go. I went out of the lines.
Okay. And what I like about the look of this is it obviously goes to different types of learning styles as well.
Correct.
That some kids do better if they trace over something, others if they can fill in a space. Because kids learn in different ways.
It's very clever though, isn't it? Because it reminds me a bit of Nintendo Wii, where, you know, you're going, oh, you can't get the kids outside, you can't get them to have a game of tennis or whatever, but if you give them a computer game that actually simulates the game of tennis, you can sort of trick them into doing it because it's got all the bright flashing lights and everything.
Oh, that's right. I mean, they get reinforcement with stars, or if they don't do it correctly, they get a try again and things like that.
That looks like massive fun, whereas if I was just drawing a B on a piece of paper, it would not be fun.
That's right. And at the end of the alphabets are packaged up as images and emailed to the parent or the teacher, so the parent and the teacher can have a look at what they've done, and then the reinforcement and the rewards happen. So I didn't build a lot of bells and whistles into it. It's not a game. It's most of the rewards that you'd say is, after the child's done the full A to B, you'd say, Johnny, that's fantastic, here's your pocket money.
So just quickly, I mean, how widespread is the take-up of this?
We have hundreds of schools around Australia using it.
And you're giving it to the schools for free, I understand?
In the Windows environment, it's free.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
So it's free to schools, TAFEs and universities in the Windows environment. And the nice thing about the Windows environment is that when I first developed the app, there wasn't a device that had a pen as such. And then as soon as we saw the Windows device came along, we quickly recognised that that was going to fulfil the main objectives of the app.
With the
which was
grip.
how
Yeah.
to
Let's
hold
do the B again
Yeah.
quickly while we go out.
Well, Paul, it's a great invention. A lot of kids, I'm sure. Thank you so much for coming
Try
in.
again.
And,